this white.
Pike County, Indiana. Now you're in Easton, Pennsylvania. You've hit all the hot spots this week.
All the hot spots, man. All the major metro areas.
Is Michael from Cochran Co. Can I just call you Cochran, or do I have to call you Michael?
No, you can call. I've been called a lot worse, so that works.
You're going to be performing Saturday, June 7th at Night Vision 2025. You're going to be sharing the stage with Crowder, Taya, KB, and Tyrion. Have you ever been to Grand Junction, Colorado?
I have not. I've never been to Western Colorado at all, so I'm pretty jazzed.
Okay, so last year it was like 103 degrees and 100% humidity, right around the same time that you're going to be playing. So that beautiful, beautiful hair of yours is going to be very sweaty for the people of Colorado.
Be up. Dude, I realized something recently. I went on a Caribbean cruise recently, and it was so hot. I realized that I'm built for like an Alaskan cruise. So I'm built for the north, maybe. So, but Colorado gets cold in the winter, so it's just crazy how hot it can get and how cold it can be in the same region in the same year.
The first time I did Night Vision with the media department was like 10 years ago, and I was like, "This is hotter than the desert." They're like, "Well, it's high desert." I'm like, should have told me that before I signed up to come out here and do this.
Yeah.
So I want to make management. I want to make record labels happy. You got a brand new single out that came out recently. "Love Is a Fight." You want to talk about that real quick?
Yeah, man. I wrote that song for my wife in honor of our 10-year anniversary, and just really to encourage everybody in their marriage. I say it all the time. Marriage is not an easy thing. It's not easy to have a God-honoring marriage. I think that the world system and the enemy is just kind of set up against it, against, people getting along in a marriage, and so sometimes it's a fight, but it's not a fight against each other. It's a fight for each other. And that's what the song's all about. It's a choice to choose to love each other every day in and day out, and to fight for each other and to fight for your marriage. And so I just wanted to write a love song from a Christian perspective. I don't think there's enough of those,
Absolutely. And your marriage is a little bit different than most probably of your listeners because your wife's in Cochran and Company, both legally through marriage and also in a band.
Yeah, I don't know if she knew what all she was signing up for. But yeah, we've been able to tour together now full time for almost 5 years. It's been tremendous, but it comes with its own pressures. As anybody that works with their spouse can tell you, it's sometimes hard to take off the work hat and keep on the husband and wife, care for each other hat. So, but it's 99%. I always tell people it's 99% unbelievable.
Right.
And then it's the other 1% of like, all right, we got to figure this out.
Now, maybe I should have your wife here for this. Like when you're writing the new album, you're like, I got this jam. Like this is the song that's going to set the people free. Does your wife ever go, no?
I mean, yeah, she is definitely honest. She's definitely honest, and I can always count on her honest opinion, and I really value that because there'll be times, sometimes you get this place where like latest is greatest. Like whatever song you've just written is like, this is the one, And so she's more level-headed, and she's not near, as like gut reaction. So she'll be like, I don't know if it's as good as you think it is, or whatever. She says it much more gentle than that, but yeah.
So you have a song that came out a few years ago, Church, and it's currently at almost 100 million streams just on Spotify.
Wow.
Being a kid from Pike County, Indiana, the hotbed of music, did you ever sit here and think there would be 100 million people on one app that would listen to my song?
No, man. Never thought it. Music was always just like a love language for me. I never thought anything would come of it as a career or anything like that, So the fact that people listen to the music like that, it's unreal. It really is.
How did you get started in music?
Man, it kind of was just like in my upbringing a lot. I realized when I was about 4 or 5 that I was not going to make it to the NBA, and so my interest started to pivot, But my dad loved music so much. My grandparents were like church, like they sang at people's weddings and funerals and all that stuff, And but my dad, like, it was a passion for him where it was like he was always playing me classic 70s singer-songwriter music, and he had a good friend that was a former radio DJ that would like make me little mixtapes as homework to like listen to, Van Morris's greatest hits or like just whatever, Billy Joel and Jackson Brown and all this stuff. And so it's kind of just in me. And it just really grabbed my heart when I got into middle school and I joined a band with some of my friends and I played drums in a rock band. And that was my first taste of the road and music, as like a more than, I don't know, like, a hobby, but like a cool hobby that you dreamed about. Like maybe this would one day be something. And so when I, then fast forward to I'm a senior in high school, getting ready to start college, and I'm writing songs now on the piano and I'm singing some, and people are telling me it's good. And, I will say, I think a lot of where I'm at now comes from my small town upbringing, because like the small town is so good at believing in people.
Right.
Like it really is, dude. Like
right.
when you show even like just a little ray of light of talent, like a small town gets behind, it's like, this is our guy, he's going to do it, And like, I don't know. So, I mean, we put a band together and we started getting asked to play places, and that circle in our area expanded more regionally. And then before you know it, it was the Midwest. And then if a big band like Newsboys or somebody was coming through the town, sometimes they would let us open. And that just led to doors being open and led to meeting a manager in Nashville. And
shout out to Derek Bruner.
Derek Bruner, man. Yeah. And, just really, it was like so much hurry up and wait. And then, because I tried forever to send stuff to places and, sending press kits and different things to record labels, and, all that went in the trash,
right.
I'm sure. And then all of a sudden, God just starts opening these doors, and it's just boom, 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 things I can never imagine. And then all of a sudden, TobyMac is sitting in the studio with me, telling me that he wants to sign us to his record label. And there's other labels involved, and he's like, "Look, man, we want to put up a fight, and we want to get you, we want to work with you." And so it's just surreal, man. Surreal. Put out music fast, and here we are.
How does a very talented boy, but a boy from Pike County, Indiana, get on the radar of TobyMac, Joey, the Goatee guys?
Man, a lot of it came through my manager, Derek. When I met Derek, it was actually at a Ryan Stevenson show. Shout out to Ryan Stevenson.
Ryan Stevenson, yes.
They let us open for a couple dates in Indiana, and I saw this dude standing side stage that was wearing all black, and I was like, that dude's from Nashville. He's in the industry, So I just went up and talked to him. I was like, hey, man, I'm Michael. And he was like, hey, I'm part of Ryan's management team. I was like, well, dude, would you just watch my show tonight and here's my card. Like, would you just email me your thoughts? Like, that's all I want. Just email me some critiques, some things I could work on,
right.
to better myself. And I didn't think he would do it, And then Monday morning, sure enough, he sent me an email of like bullet points of like, hey, man, I loved this. Here's what you could work on, this. And then he started a conversation with just like, what's your goals? What are you trying to do? And that led to a longer conversation. Fast forward, we're down in Nashville. I ended up working with them at First Company Management. And they were taking these label meetings, and all these labels are getting involved. And we're, step one for a lot of these big labels like Capitol and Sony and probably all these places is like, let's get you with our producers. Let's get you in a room with our writers. And so I'm doing that. And some of these writers are connected to all kinds of people and these producers. And one of those producers named Brian Fowler was finishing up a TobyMac record at that time, or had just finished it up. And so he's playing Toby some stuff. He's like, here's what I've been working on with some other people. Here's this, new guy that, has come my way. And Toby's like, oh, shoot. It was a song called Church that Brian and I had written.
Nice.
And Toby came to the studio the next day for my session. And so I just see this white Tesla roll up outside, man. And old T-Mac gets out with his fedora on, his glasses, and he walks up to the studio door, and I'm like, holy crap, And we're chatting and stuff, and he says, it's become famous now. He says, listen, man, I know you're talking to a lot of other labels, but we want to throw our hat. We want to work with you. So this is me throwing my hat in the ring. And he took his fedora off and tossed it on the table.
He took the hat off.
Took the hat off, man.
2 years ago, Toby played Night Vision. He headlined, of course. The whole day, walking backstage, everything. Never once saw him without his hat or his glasses on.
Yeah, he took it off, man. Took the hat off. So that's when we knew it was serious.
Yeah, that's like a blood oath right there, especially in Nashville.
Yeah.
So is one of the reasons why you refuse to move to Nashville because you're wearing a white shirt? Is that because you're just like, I just can't wear black shirts living in Nashville?
This is my DeGarmo and Key shirt, bro.
Dang, dude. Look at that.
Throwback. Look at that. Shout out.
Oh, is that like real, authentic, or?
I don't know, man. I got it off of the eBays, so.
Okay, yeah. I mean, who's?
Way it could be a Chinese replica, or it could be the real thing.
Probably not a lot of Temu DeGarmo and Key shirts, So that probably is.
You never know, man. But yeah, I love Nashville. I love the people. I love the energy. But there's just something about the small town for me.
Right.
I think I got too much Mellencamp running through my veins. It's a small town for me, man. And I don't know. Maybe I don't know what the future holds, but there's something about coming home and being off the road and just driving through the cornfields and like just the sunsets and just getting my head right. Like it does it for me,
Right.
And you probably people need the ocean, some people need the mountains, and that's what I need.
You're probably not sitting in traffic like we are here in Nashville.
No, dude, 10 miles is 10 minutes, no matter how you slice it in Indiana, man.
So has it always been named Cochran and Company, or was there, like when you were starting off, was there some bad band names like Forgiven, Redemptive, something like that?
No. It was Michael Cochran Band at first in like 2011, right out of high school, and then it was just Michael Cochran for a while, short and sweet, and then actually we were playing this little festival somewhere in probably Illinois or something, and the promoter guy that was introducing us was like, up next, he forgot our name, forgot my name, I think, and he was like, up next, we got some good boys here, Cochran and Company, going to play for you. And after the show, we were like, oh, that's kind of cool, to be honest with you. So we just kept it, man. We just kept Cochran and Company.
So you're currently on tour right now with Mac Powell, he's played Night Vision, and John Reddick.
Yeah.
And how's that tour been going for you guys?
Man, it's been great. It's been great on and off stage. It has been really great. The chemistry is great. The vibe is great. And the crowds have been really great. I can't say enough good things about it, man. I mean, it's a really solid bill. The music is great, and I can just tell people are leaving really filled up, so it's all we could ask for.
And Mac Powell's kind of a goat as well,
Absolutely. Yeah. He's been around. He's climbed the mountain for sure.
And then you have your own tour, the Running Home Tour, starting in late April. Yeah. That's just getting you warmed up for Night Vision in June. And you got Megan Woods coming out with you and Mackenzie Phillips. And Megan Woods right now is like all over radio. So that's going to be a really cool tour for anybody who wants to go to, if you're watching this from Colorado, go to South Burlington, Vermont. It's just a quick little 7-hour flight. You got to stop probably like 3-4 times. It's going to be great though.
Connect with JFK, no big deal.
Yeah, just don't get shanked or anything, and then just head on over to South Burlington, Vermont. I've got a few more questions for you. So you're going to be at Night Vision. You can get VIP tickets to go stand in an air conditioning tent and meet them. But do you also do autographs? Will you just be doing general autographs so the fans can maybe see that DeGarmo and Key shirt in person?
Absolutely. I'll be doing autographs. I'll be signing stuff. I only sign things from my merch table.
Right.
I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
Hey, some do. Hey.
I'm just kidding. I'll sign whatever you got. Yeah. That's one of my favorite parts about it is saying hey to people and meeting people and hearing their stories. So for sure, I'll be.
Only high dollar items will he sign. If you come with your arm, he's not signing it. All right.
Yeah. Look, I ain't signing no sticker pack, guys. It's a vinyl or nothing. Just kidding.
Have you gotten into the vinyl thing at all?
Yeah, man. I've got a nice vinyl collection, and we sell our stuff on vinyl. I think we're out. I think the first pressing of our Running Home vinyl is out right now, but we're hoping to get more. Just had a Christmas record, shameless plug, come out last year. It's on vinyl, and I gotta tell you, Christmas music sounds best on vinyl. So
that does seem very Christmassy. To just put the vinyl on with the Christmas tree with your wife, hot cocoa, and just listen to Cochran. Listen to Michael sing to you. Actually, my associate pastor at my church told me that your Christmas album is like his favorite of all time. So shout out to Pastor Jonathan. But he told me that
thanks,
your Christmas album was amazing. So you're going to be on Saturday. You're going to be with Tyrion and KB, Taya, and Crowder. Have you done anything? Well, you've probably done stuff with Tyrion, I'm sure.
Yeah, I've done a lot with Tyrion. She's fantastic. I mean, from the moment I first heard her sing, I was like, she's a star. So it's just a matter of time for her, and we're seeing it, you know. Crowder, what an interesting bird, dude. I love that guy. I love touring with him. We've done a few tours with him. Actually, I don't know if you know this, I was able to co-write his current single with him. So Somebody Prayed.
Yeah.
Together out on Hit Steep a couple years ago. I had the idea, and I just badgered him about it, and finally we wrote it. You know, I was like, "Hey man, we need to write. So finally, we went on. We wrote the song. The Masters was on the TV in his bus, and we were just chilling and writing a song.
And Taya talked about the Arctic Fox from Crowder.
Oh yeah. Kenny Rogers, man.
Any experience with Kenny Rogers, the Arctic Fox?
I mean, I've seen him make several appearances. Yeah, and I also saw him incarnated in one of Crowder's recent videos.
Okay. So when I was interviewing Taya, you know, she's got that accent from Australia, and she goes, "You just got to watch for the fox." But I thought she said something else. And I was like, "Wait, what?" And then I was like, "Oh, she's talking about Crowder's Arctic Fox." Okay.
Oh man.
So Tyrion, going to be interviewing her, but she's going to be coming with the youth energy. And KB, I don't know if you've seen KB before, but he brings like a sweatshirt or a jacket out, and then he tells the crowd when he swings it, when it hits the ground, everybody's got to jump and go crazy. Taya has vowed to bring headbanging and her baby on stage.
Oh.
Crowder's got the Arctic Fox. What are we going to do different than everybody else? What can I help you with right now? I mean, what are we going to do that's going to compete with a jacket hitting the ground, a 2-year-old running on stage screaming, and a fake Arctic Fox? What can Night Vision expect from you?
I mean, we're just going to bring some good rock and roll, man.
Okay, there you go.
I mean, we're gonna throw it down. We're gonna jam for the lamb, dude.
And I got to say, before this interview, I noticed your merchandise, and let me just tell y'all, bring your money, credit cards. I'm sure he brings credit. You know, you accept credit cards. You got some pretty dope merch, man.
Oh, thank you very much. Yeah, thank you.
I'm gonna have to snatch one of those. I got to ask you, because I asked on Instagram, on Night Vision Live on Instagram, for people to send questions. So I got a good question. I got rid of the whole like, what's your favorite breakfast or whatever. But somebody asked me, who is it? Nicole from Fort Collins asked, "Who is Jesus to you?"
Savior, Lord, but more recently discovering the depths of who He is as my shepherd too. You know, I think it took me a long time to get to that point in my walk where I really understand Jesus as the gentle shepherd. So I just encourage everyone to dig into those passages in Scripture. I mean, it's good and healthy for us to see Jesus as the Lord of our lives, you know, and in control and on the throne, and you know. But I think it's also so good for us to know Him as tender and gentle and just truly caring for us deeply. So that's who Jesus is to me. Everything. He's everything.
That'll pass. That answer passes. You know, because sometimes, you know, you got to worry about asking people, "Who's Jesus?" and they give you that blank look. Like,
yeah.
God, you know, not with any of these artists, but in the past.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, no, it's all good here. And lastly, I was asked to ask you, what advice would you give to somebody who wants to get into the Christian music industry or worship?
Oh wow. I always struggle giving this advice because everybody's path is so different, and I don't know.
Move to Pike County?
Yeah. I would just say find your voice, find your musical voice, and find what it is that you feel like you need to say, and have something to say. And then spend just as much time being good at telling that story as you do trying to like convince people that you're good. You know, in the age of social media, so many people just want to make videos and throw them up and whatever. It's like, but really hone your craft, hone what you're doing, be the best version of what you can do, and then share it with people. I think.
And what else do you have coming after the Mac Powell tour and then your own tour, the Running Home tour, and then Night Vision? What do you have coming up for the rest of this year? Can we not talk about that yet? Should we just subscribe to you on Instagram and wait for it to drop?
Yeah, we got a lot of shows this summer all across the U.S. And then we've got a new album that's going to come out end of this summer with some other songs dropping here and there leading up to it. I think it's the best music that we've ever put out, and I'm so excited about it. And then we've got a big tour this fall. Now, we can't announce the details yet, but we're going to be going a lot of cool places. So y'all follow along and stay tuned.
And lastly, we're going to go viral with this one. Okay, you and I, we're going viral. All right. You're on Goatee, owned by TobyMac, one of the owners of DC Talk. Have you heard about a DC Talk reunion? And are you like in the running to take like either Kevin or Tate's place if there is a reunion?
Man, I don't know. There's always talk about it. I just knowing those guys, I don't think that they would shut the notion down if the timing was right. You know?
Right.
But yeah, I have no idea where their heads are at with that. I mean, look, you look at Creed, man. Creed has had the reunion of a lifetime, bro. So maybe it's in the air. You never know. So
what you're saying is that you'll take Michael Tate's spot, right? You're the new Cochran Tate.
Yeah. I've been thinking about just like shaving this part of my hair too to get ready for it. You know?
And then you could do that for a few years, then join the Newsboys, and then come back and do Cochran.
Sky's the limit, dude.
I got the whole thing planned for you right now, Michael.
I love it.
Michael, we thank you. We can't wait to see you at Night Vision when you do autographs for expensive items only, and you bring your sweaty hair to Night Vision on Saturday, June 7th. Thank you for your time, and we will see you in June.
Hey, thanks so much, man. Good talking to you. We'll see you guys.